I don't have to ask where are all my friends. My friends are in the house. Welcome, welcome, Serge,
Good evening,
Maria.
everybody. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Amanda Hopper, and I'm the Community Arts Manager at Goddard Riverside. And I have the privilege of introducing our wonderful musical guide this evening, Kevin Nathaniel. But before I do that, just a few housekeeping tips. We are on Zoom. We're in a meeting, so we can see and hear each other. We like the way that is with the setup, but just to let you know, the artists are going to ask you to mute yourselves at different points. So to make sure everyone knows how to do that, that is that microphone icon in the bottom left of your Zoom screen on that gray banner right there. So if you click that, that will mute yourself, so you can mute and unmute. The artists will give you cues and requests as we go through the evening to make sure there's no interference with your background noise or anything like that. If we do notice anybody's making noise or anything like that, we may jump in there and mute you as well. And when I say we, I mean I am joined by Nellie Gomez, our wonderful communications and event associate at Goddard, who will be running the tech side of things. Thank you so much, Nellie. And if you guys have any tech questions or anything like that, or you just want to jump in and say how you're feeling and how much you're enjoying the show, just go over to that chat, and we'll be taking a look at that as well. And we'll post how you can see more of the artists and get more of this wonderful music after the show is over. So that is enough from me. With no further ado, everyone, Kevin Nathaniel and AfroRoots.
Listen to my song. Listen to my song, yo. Livicated to the Congo. Listen to my song, yo. Livicated to the Congo. 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 Heart of Africa. Heart of humankind. Listen to my song, yo. Livicated to the Congo. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming to AfroRoots Tuesdays. We are very excited tonight, and so I just wanted to welcome you with a song in honor of the Congo. I use the word livicated because I spent a lot of time in Jamaica, and a lot of words get made up, a lot of very creative flips on the language happen in Jamaica. So livicated is like alive, and you've honored something in a living way, livicated. Um, so that's why I'm saying when I say livicated to the Congo, and the Congo, the heart of Africa, and the center of Africa is Congo. And you are at AfroRoots Tuesdays. Um, we do this every other week and bring in great music from all over the world. We've been doing this since 2013. We started in the East Village, and we are now coming out of Goddard Riverside. And because of the lockdown, the closing of venues for entertainment and music and all sorts of things, we are doing this over Zoom now. Um, and we are happy to be able to continue to bring you these artists, to bring you the arts, to bring you the culture. Um, we're happy to be part of the movement of the arts that will never die, that will only grow, only thrive, and we want to help to make sure that happens, that the arts thrive and continue to grow. Um, so especially thank you for coming out tonight for this event. Tonight, as you know, we feature um, an incredible, remarkable, really amazing artist. Many of you have heard of him for over the many years, Titos Sompa. And Titos Sompa is somebody in many ways who's a mentor of mine. I met Titos years and years ago, and I was so impressed when I first met him because it seemed like he was the definition of music. Um, he could make music from anything and anywhere and anyhow. And he was teaching dance at the time, Congolese dance. But Congolese dance and music are the same. They are one thing. Um, just as you will find this word in Goma, which is the word used for drumming or drum in many cases, means also dance or drum and dance event in many cases. Um, in some languages, ingoma or yingoma is song. So you see all these concepts become connected. Um, and so yeah, I met Tito Sompa in the community of music and dance, and he was, and everywhere he goes where that community exists, he is a leader in that community. He's someone who shows people, and in a way, I said he is a shaman because he takes people into the path of healing, and when they experience the music that he's sharing with them, the dancing that he's sharing with them, they experience healing as a result of it. He's always has the amazing quality of letting you know that life and the energy of life never ends. I have always been noticing that when seeing him play, seeing him sing and dance, he is always 20 years old, never anything more than 20 years old. And you'll notice that too once he gets going. And this is true about the art. If one goes deep into the art, then one goes into a state of timelessness in the art. And Tito's is no better example of that than Papa Tito's. Papa Tito's is the epitome of energy in the art forms. I want to thank several people tonight before we start. I want to thank, of course, Susan Macaluso, who is the director. Not anymore. She's not the director anymore, but she retired. But she was the director of God of Riverside, and I want to thank her because she's the one who brought AfroRoots Tuesdays into God of Riverside. We were out in the street looking for a space for a couple, or maybe a month or two before we found Susan Macaluso, and she found us and said, "Come on here to God of Riverside, bring the whole series here." So I want to thank Susan Macaluso. I want to thank Amanda Hopper, who you met at the beginning. She opened the night, and Amanda Hopper is doing a lot of the organizing for God of Riverside and helping to put all these events together and make sure they happen. I want to thank Nellie Gomez, who is running a lot of the tech tonight. So Nellie's with us, and she's with God of Riverside. Um, and I want to thank Gregory Cage. Gregory Cage will probably be joining us tonight, um, even though he won't be having to do any tech work tonight. But Gregory Cage has been doing the tech, doing the sound, and also helping produce AfroRoots Tuesdays since the very beginning of January 2013. And of course, I want to thank all the people who have donated any time, energy, or money to AfroRoots Tuesdays to make sure that we can stay afloat and keep doing what we do and keep um, thriving and surviving any of the obstacles. And so, if anyone ever wants to donate to AfroRoots Tuesdays, they can do it several ways. One way is to go on my website and to just scroll down and find a place where you can donate $1 a month, whatever. Another way is to tell people about it. Because if you tell people about AfroRoots Tuesdays, that's a donation. If you post about it, that's a donation. If you invite your friends to any of the events, any of the performances, that too is a donation to AfroRoots Tuesdays. So all of that helps build a community, and this is a community of artists. And usually in the audience of AfroRoots Tuesdays, the audience is artists themselves. So we really love the fact that this is a people-powered, artist-powered event, and we bring a high-level artistry. That's really what we're about. So um, I want to thank everyone who's ever contributed to that process. Again, tonight is a very special night. Happy Papa Titos Sompa. He is one of the people, if not the person, who brought the arts of Congolese singing and dancing here to the United States. Um, there are there are influences of Papatitos in many of the jazz artists who were popular from back in the day. Papatitos uh, taught a lot of things to people. Leon Thomas, who was well known for introducing yodeling into the jazz world, picked up all that hanging out with Papatitos. Papatitos was on the set with many of the great jazz musicians, um, and influencing what they were doing and how they were doing what they were doing. Um, and Congolese music, of course, has been always a strong influence on jazz music here in the United States. It is one of the root forms of jazz music, of what we call jazz. Uh, you probably heard of Congo Square. And Congo Square is an event that was going on back in the 1800s in Congo, in which a lot of the Congolese arts were being expressed directly there. And that's the Congo Square. The influence of Congo Square on jazz is undeniable. It's totally all over jazz. So with all that, um, you know, this is really, like I said, very special to bring Papatitos. And this kalimba song that I play here is, as I say, livicated to the Congo. And would you join me in a warm ululation? Send the energy out. And please mute your microphones and as I introduce Papa Titos Sompa.
Introducing me?
It's already been done. Hey.
Right away. Okay. Okay, when you say, we get up, okay? Okay. I started smoking my thing. I thought it was weed.
We're on.
Huh?
We're on.
We on?
Yes.
Bayabayayo! Hey! Bayabayayo! Hey! Hebu tukwenda.
Kuya.
Yesi tuizidi.
Muji.
Bayabayayo! Hey! Bayabayayo! Hey! Hebu tukwenda. Kuya. Yesi tuizidi.
Muji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get trip here to Congo. This tune we're gonna play now is called Baninga. My friends. You gotta have a friend in life. Kalimba. Kuna Botswana, kuna Congo, kuna Zimbabwe. Matondo, I wanted to let you know I have the young people here. Since I've been in New Orleans, I've been here for a month and a half. So I moved here. I like here. It's like my home. I feel so good here. So I want to introduce you to the young people who are working with me. We put this thing like a week ago. Try to tighten up this thing. But you know, this is the birth of the jazz blues right here in New Orleans. So you have Mama Lorraine on piano, playing the keyboard. You have Mr. T on log drum and shakers, and Mama Monique on shakers. So this is the beginning for me to say hello to you guys. I was gonna be by myself and I said, let me bring my young people together with me. So now with the next tune we're gonna do is Mama Ngongo, the best of friend, which tell you what you don't want to hear. That's a good friend. Mama Ngongo. Matondo, Matondo. About what I'm doing here. Like I said, I just got here from Michigan. I got tired of the cold, so I said, hey, I better go home where Satchmo come from. You know, I'm a good friend of Satchmo I met him, I was 12 years old when he came to the Congo. So that's the reason I'm here. Because he told me my people came here from Congo to New Orleans and everywhere in America, or Americans, the whole map, but the United States in particular. So that's why I'm here. And we're doing a program to take people from here to go to Congo to have that relationship, renew the relationship, which is, been a long time. So that's what we're building, working with the kids. There's a lot of orphanage in Congo. We try to help them, help the kids doing farming. That's it, because farming, people eat every day. So you grow food, you feed the people, and good food. So now we're going to play the ngongi. Everybody say ngongi!
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 That's the bell. That's what we call a ngongi.
Ngongi!
There you go. I'm going to see what you go with. Look it for my stick now. I got it. Okay, are you all ready to play the ngongi?
Yes.
Everybody, so
Yes.
when I say ngongi, you say ngongongi. Ngongi, ngongongi.
Ngongi.
One more time. Ngongi, ngongongi.
Ngongi.
Ngongi,
Ngongi.
ngongi.
Ngongi!
Angongi,
Ngongi!
angongi,
Ngongi!
ngongi.
Ngongi!
America and Europe, they play the bell to go to church. We don't play the bell to go to church. The bell is to make the beat of your soul to be on time. So I mean, another way, that's the timing. All right? So say yeah. I'm gonna play something for you guys. I learned I didn't learn the kalima because my folks were playing The Kalimba, give me yours. We grow up, myself and my younger brother Tabiza. We play this because my daddy and his brother, they used to play this. They play the kora, Congolese kora, we call it Nsambi. Everybody say Nsambi.
Zambi.
Nsambi.
Zambi.
Then this one is called Kisansi.
Kisansi.
That's in Congo. In Lingala, they say Likembe.
Likembe.
Right. Africa, they say it takes a village to raise a child. This program we try to put together is to help those children in Africa, particularly in Congo. board, okay? We're going to be talking about this every time we come online. And every time African root to bring me again. All right. Again, Matondo, Mama Lorraine, and thank you to you for being there, enjoying the music of the Kalimba from Congo. Say yeah, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go, there we go. That changes the kind of give me that one. Ayayo! Hey! Is it cold in New York? I know it's cold down there.
It's
Man.
it's 50 degrees.
And everybody, I've been living on the cold for a long time. And I said, man, let me go to New Orleans. Everybody said, oh, it's a hurricane there. I said, but it's hot. That's better than the cold. Here I am. I really feel good here. This is my home. Okay? I should have been here a long time ago. Kevin, come back. But sometimes these kalimba they like that. They talk to you and then they go right out in the scene. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. Bakabantima kwa bakanga kangoye. Bakabantima kwa bakanga kafunabanga. Bakabantima kwa bakanga kakandaya. Bakabantima kwa bakanga kabampwani. Kabwe kabwe kabumenoya. Kabwe kabwe. Joni kabu. Kabujantima mosi kwemeno. Kwemeno kabujantima mosi kweyani. Kweyani kabujantima mosi kwebeto. Kwebeto kabujantima mosi kwebane. Kwebane kabujantima mosi kwebau. Kabwe kabwe kabumenoya. Kabwe kabwe. Kabwe 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 kabwe. Kabujantima mosi kweyani. Kweyani kabujantima mosi kwebau. Kabujantima mosi kwengeye. Kabujantima mosi kweyani. Kabujantima mosi kwebeto. Kabwe kabwe kabumenoya. Kabwe kabwe. Kabwe kabujojo kabwe. Kabwe kabujojo kabwe. Kabwe kabujojo. Kabwe kabwe moya. Kabwe kabujojo. Kabwe 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 kabwe. Kabujojo. Kabwe kabwe kabwe. Kabwe kabwe kabwe. Kabujojo. Kabwe 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 kabwe. Kabujojo. Kabwe kabwe kabwe. Kabujojo. Kabwe kabwe kabwe. Kabwe kabwe kabwe. Kabwe 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 kabwe. Kabujojo. Kabwe 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 kabwe. Kabujojo. 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 Kabwe. That song is about give. When you give, you don't wait for something to come to you. The blessing of you giving the love of breath to give someone. Yeah, you help that person. So we don't wait with that. Or next year they will give me something. Not like that. That's not a gift. So yeah. Now we go to this song. This song say wow. We see that beat we sing on a kabwe kabwe. Yeah. Kabwe. This is all these steps. This is the church, the African American church. This beat. Cha 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 cha. They played in the tambourine. Now let's do it. This one say listen. Now we tell Donald Trump to listen. Because he be not listening. So now we tell him, you better pack the stuff and get out. What's wrong with you? Because you don't want to be somebody with respect, honor. We insulted the little kids, everybody. We insulted everybody. So thank you for that time. Don't go crazy. You should go home and have a nightmare. All right. Ewa, ewa.
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 Ewa, ewa. Get this again.
Ewa, ewa.
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 Ewa, ewa. Ewa, ewa. Ewa, ewa. Ewa, ewa. Oya yangi yingi yakana sangwe. Ewa, ewa. Kwa mwingi kwaya kuinga do. Oya yangi yingi yakana sangwe. Kwa mwingi kwaya kuinga do. Ewa, oya yangi yingi yakana sangwe. Kwa mwingi kwaya kuinga do. Oya yangi yingi yakana sangwe. Kamale oya oya yangi yingi yakana sangwe. Kamale lubiri wo oya yangi yingi yakana sangwe. Ewa
Woo, yeah.
Hallelujah. We are here. Hey, fonda nini munaenda kwene vino na vamamu ndile na vamamu swako. You. We'll try to quick here, but the quick is kind of cold now, but we try to wake it up. Way up here. This is Don Quiti. Don Quiti. The quicker they play in Brazil, this way come from here. All right. Check it out. Yeah, yeah. Right, so we're going to sing the last song with you guys, and then we do it. Kumbele, you repeat that to me, everybody, wherever you are in America, this is a song of healing, because America needs to heal now. All the things we've been saying all this summer, it's better to be realized, to be a reality, you know, because we are a human race. You know, with the human race, those who came here before in this earth. So we are the first. And we gave birth to you guys are making noise today. All right? We are your papa and your mama. Say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, that's the way it is. You're going to look in the Bible, not the one you wrote, but the Bible. I don't know who wrote that one, but go look at it. Bring it to me. All right. Say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So this is the healing. Kumbele, kumbele, mbelele, mbelele. One more time. You answer that answer. Kumbele, kumbele, mbelele, mbelele. That's it. Belanzimi, belanzimi, zimimi, zimimi. Belanzimi, belanzimi, zimimi, zimimi. Anjimi sayo, sayaya,
Sayaya.
anjimi sayo, sayaya, sayaya, sayabutu, sayabutu, bututu, bututu, sayabutu, sayabutu, bututu, bututu, abutungunda, butungundo, ngundanda,
Ngundanda.
ngundanda,
Ngundanda.
ngundanda, ngundanda. Let me hear again.
Ngundanda. Ngundanda.
Ngundanda, ngundanda,
Ngundanda. Ngundanda.
bundaleli, bundaleli, lelila, lelila, bundaleli, bundaleli, lelila, lelila. Alelimanga, alelimanga, manganga, manganga. Alelimanga, alelimanga, you, manganga. That's it. Manganga, yo, yo. Manganga, Dio, Manganga. That's all, guys. Manganga, Dio, Manganga. Manganga, Diego, Manganga. Manganga, Diego, Manganga. Manganga, Diego, Manganga, yo, Manganga, Diego, Manganga, yo, Manganga, Diego, Manganga, yo, Manganga, Diego, Manganga, yo, Manganga, Diego. Tondo, come on, everybody. Say bye to the people. I want to thank you to Kevin and all the members, the whole crew of African Root. Keep the legacy there. Every time you call, we'll be here. All right. I think next time it's going to grow this group. This is my student, okay?
Amazing. Papa Titos, can you introduce them again?
Yeah, we got to do this again, yes.
Introduce their names.
I'm not sure.
Introduce all of us.
Okay. On my left, that's Brother T. Or this is my son from New Orleans. Then my daughter from North Carolina, this is Lorraine, musicology, and Tati is an entrepreneur. He grows food, he sells product like a B-side.
B-sap grease.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah. So whenever, and my Monique, she's a historian, collector, researcher. She's a very powerful. All of these people here are very important. So the new generation. So we're taking it somewhere.
Beautiful.
Okay. And my name is Titos Sompa. Like I said, we have a program for Congo. Please stay in touch with us. And my number, you can have my number. The website is mbongivillage.com.
Oh, now can you say that again? Because we're gonna.
Mbongivillage.com.
Okay, can we put that in the chat? Can we
Yes.
put it? Okay, great. That's I think. Wait, I think Nelly might be doing that now. Nelly, are you putting that in the chat?
Yes, I'm looking it up.
Okay, mbongivillage.com. Yes,
Everywhere.
that's great. Papa Titos.
What?
Papa Titos.
Okay, we're listening.
Papa Titos. How does anybody connect with you? Your music, your events. How do they connect with you?
Okay, through that website, because we're building that website, which means every the song, the music I'm going to record here, the one I recorded before, is going to be in iTunes. They call it. It's going to be in iTunes. We're going to put that in there. So all the thing I'm going to be doing, all of these things they heard here is going to be fantastic within 6 months. Okay.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
we are the maker of the music here.
Yes. And are you teaching regular classes or performing there in New Orleans?
Well, you want to speak on that?
Teaching?
Yeah, for the class here.
Actually, Papa Titos will be teaching hopefully in multiple spaces, particularly Congo Square. We have a 12-week series that we're working on with Preservation Hall and the City of New Orleans Cultural Office. He will be doing lecture demonstrations and dance classes, master classes. We're also looking to create a film that speaks to his experiences with Louis Armstrong in the Congo, which is a fantastic story. Yeah.
I think it's really, really serendipitous and amazing that Papa Titos is in New Orleans, because New Orleans is probably the most fundamental aspect of New Orleans is Congo Square. Can you talk about that for a second?
You see?
Speak about Congo Square and your connections with Louis
Okay.
and Congo Brazzaville.
I'm glad you asked this because a lot of people don't know that such more traveler to Africa, but in particular is the Congo, because the Congo is not in the schedule. So when they ask him to go to Ghana, he say, I gotta go to the Congo. So they grant him that request. That's how I'm lucky to go watch him perform. I was 12 years old when he came to the Congo, and he played in an old bunker where they used to restore the airplane because we didn't have a theater like per se. So that's where he played. He played for the French. When he got there, then the next day he came play for us. So that was really something. He changed my life because he talked about his grandmother. He used to tell me that they came from Congo. He talked about Congo Square. He talked about Angola prison. And Angola was a town. Then they built a prison and they gave the name. Right. So
wow.
All those things, he shared all those things with us. And he broke down because for him, being in Congo, as his grandmother told him, was just too much. It's powerful. And he went to the RCD, the DRC. He went to the big Congo and crossed the ferry in the chair of the king. That's how they greeted him there.
Wow.
So that was really, it changed me really for my life. All the musicians I play with, You know yourself, all of the Ulu. They didn't even know that. They learned it from me.
Wow.
All the Pharaoh Sanders and all those guys. I have to tell them the story about Satchmo.
In fact, speaking of that, can you? I heard a story that you had taught Leon Thomas Yodel.
Yes. Young Thomas, we met at Clark Center. Remember Clark Center?
Yes.
That's where when I first came, that's where I was teaching. And it happened that Leo, they did a concert there. And I watched the concert. After the concert, so I'm go to the dressing room and I'm yelling. So he told the people there, that gotta be somebody from Congo. That's what he said in the dressing room.
Yeah.
And I come and what he said. Yeah. And from that day we were hooked up.
Wow.
That was a good experience with Leo. And Jacques de Genette, I met Jacques de Genette through Leon Thomas because we have a gig with World Saxophone Quartet. We had a recording session together for what you call tribute to Miles Davis.
Wow.
Yeah. So that recording session I was on that session with the brother from Ghana who played with Yuma Sekela, remember him?
Yes.
He played even with Simon, the white boy, the Jewish boy. Simon. He played with him.
Wow.
That guy from
and
Ghana.
What about your work with Hamid Blewett too? You work with Hamid Blewett also. Is that
Huh?
correct?
Oh, Blewett, yeah. Those things, man, they came out. I didn't even know. We recorded them in Maryland. This master slave house. They turned that into a studio. The master slave house. That's where we record in Maryland. I remember. And remember Jimmy, the guy not Jimmy Garrison, is another one. He was really good, but he drank it so much. You know him if you see him.
Okay.
Good bass player. But when he get to the Jesus blood, he's gone. That Jesus blood, man. He's a heavy. And I used to tell him about eat. When you drink like that, eat.
Right.
Because when you eat, it helps you.
Right.
And don't leave the alcohol by themselves in your intestine. They burn. You know. Soon he died very, very young.
Wow.
The Jesus blood. So how you been?
Papa Titos, I want to explain to the audience here that there's a crew of musical artists who were part of the bedrock of a lot of the sounds, a lot of the way that jazz was able to develop in its acknowledgement of sounds of Africa and its connection, deeper connection. I mean, jazz grew out of African music, period. That's true. But there was a group of artists here in the United States throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, and I'll name some of their names. Chief Bey.
Oh, yeah.
Warren Smith.
Right.
Hachi Kamara.
Right.
And one of those people in that very great list of names is Papa Titos Sompa.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Because these are people that influence the sound that would become the most interesting part of jazz music throughout the 70s, 80s. Of course, once technology came in, things took a turn for another direction.
Yeah.
But prior to that time, we had artists, I can name you, Herbie Hancock, he was digging his head into the Bob and Zaley, who they call pygmies, but they're the Bob and Zaley forest people. He was digging his ears into that. And, but they were relying, listen, if you go through the list of artists and look at who did all their percussion tracks and who did the percussion arrangements, you're going to see the same names over and over again.
Yes.
And in that mix is Papa Titos Sompa. So I want everybody to know that you're listening to the sounds of one of the legendary, one of the unsung artists, one of the unsung heroes.
Sound, you take sound right?
I said you listen. Somebody translate for me.
Unsung.
Unsung.
But Sun Ra too.
And sound like, oh, I thought sound right.
You're a
Unsung.
bad man.
He's saying you're great.
You're an awesome man.
And more people need to know about you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but if you talk about Sun Ra, you probably influenced Sun Ra too.
Yeah. I play with sound right.
You play
Right.
Place is a place.
Yeah.
Place is a place. That brother man was powerful.
Yes.
That guy is a good piano. When he played the blues,
Yes.
everybody freaked out. They didn't know. He was
Right.
a master of those things. You remember the 96 in Broadway?
Yeah.
Man, they had something there, and Sandra came. He didn't wear the space stuff. He came. Oh man, everybody cried because he played so good.
Yeah.
They didn't know he can play the blues to the teeth. That guy, I didn't keyboard play.
Right.
Yeah, Sandra. He had like a 45 musician.
Yeah, I know.
He had the sound, 45 on stage.
Yeah,
Drummers and oh,
I know. As people would say, they looked at Sun Ra and they didn't know what to make of him because he had all those, different get-ups on. But everybody who around Sun Ra knew that he was a master. They knew he was a master. That's why they were playing with him.
can relate to
So, and Papa Titos,
yeah.
in this time here, because you've been in the United States for years, and I just want to point out to people that, New York City experienced a time in which there was a lot of culture, a lot of African Congolese culture thriving here in New York City. And that culture was almost, that culture, that art, the dance and music that was thriving in New York City throughout, it was thriving before I even got here. So I understand it was the 70s and the 80s. That culture that was thriving in New York City was brought by Titos, Papa Titos. It was brought here, and there are dance companies existing today, not just in the East Coast, but on the West Coast and in the Midwest. Dance companies and music companies and music groups that are playing Congolese music, that are playing music that is similar to Congolese music, music that is inspired in Congo, and all of that is stemming from the influence of Papa Titos.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, like they say, Kevin, when you have a gift, the gift is to share with everybody. Then you inspire other people.
Amazing. And so I want to ask you about that song, because you said that in the song. You said Kabwe, something about the breath of
The
love,
gift.
the gift.
Gift.
Would you talk a little bit about that?
Well, in a sense, when in Africa, in Congo in particular, when somebody give you something,
Yeah.
it's not they're going to wait for you to give them something back. It's not a gift, because when you give, you don't expect something.
Right.
You just give.
Right.
Because the gift is supposed to be a surprise,
Right.
right? You come there and say, I got this for you. You say, oh my God, like that.
And
So
what?
then you don't wait for you see, in the Western way, that you expected somebody to do that next year for you.
Right.
So if they don't have money, what they going to do? They won't kill themselves
Right.
because they have to. You see, to us, you don't have to
Right.
because you gave.
What does Kabwe mean?
Pardon?
What does Kabwe mean? The word you said.
Kabu means the gift. That's the meaning of the word. Kabu. When you give it, that's kabu.
Yeah.
They say that that guy have a kabudi in handy. That means he doesn't have the gorilla fist. He has a hand like this.
and is that a proverb? Is that a proverb in Congo?
Huh?
Is there a proverb connected to this?
Yeah, like this. This is a proverb.
Yeah.
The fist of gorilla, you don't open. That means they don't give.
Right. Right.
Those are people, they see you coming down the street, they put the pot under the bed. They know you coming like the French. You know the French. If
Yeah.
you go to their house at noon when they eating, they say, oh, "I didn't invite you." That's what they say. Yeah, yeah. They're not gonna let you come to the house. They say, "I didn't invite you." So you gotta be invited to go. Otherwise, don't show up because they're gonna kick you out. That's it. But to us, somebody who come visit is good because you maybe thought about them 2 days ago. Then they show up. That's why sometimes I like the way home because we didn't have a phone call. People visit people more. Now it's a phone call. They have to say, come here. They say, come here. Before, no communication. They have to come and see. See what I mean? So,
Yeah, now it's all about texting now. I'll text you.
so how is it? You looking good, man? What's up, man? You're a businessman now.
Oh, I'm trying to be. I'm following the good lead of all my mentors like Papa Titos, you know. I get my inspiration, you know. And I told everybody, I said, Papa Titos, there's no such thing as time with Papa Titos. No one knows how old he is. He's always 20. That's how old he is, 20. That's exactly how old he is. 20. Because if you're gonna try to keep up with Papa Titos, you better be 20.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
You know me. Young man.
Yeah.
I tell them that I know you when you were a young man.
Yeah. I met you when I was 25 years old. You know? And
Spirit Ensemble, they played the beat up people. They had a group here.
Yeah.
They made a noise in New York.
yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time you get together, everybody come. All
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
ensemble the audience, they come. Remember the last one I was there?
I remember.
The one in me, I participated because I was in New York and you invited me, I came there.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
And we used to always play together back in the early days at Lasango Yabato when the drum and dance camp was going.
See, the camp had started in somewhere, but that's where they Yusuf, that's where they learn how to do stuff.
That's what tea?
Yeah.
Yusuf, the dancer.
You said
Oh,
like
okay.
Kumbasi.
And Maribas.
Yeah.
We're going to start a Congo camp here.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, we need that.
We try to connect with people from Panama, the Palenque,
Okay.
the Congo people,
All right.
the descendant of Congo all over the world.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, as soon as we get things open back up here in New York, we want you to come back to New York, you know, and do.
Yeah, if this thing goes away, we want to go home too. We try to make it to go to the Congo next year.
Yeah.
If this thing goes, you know, if they control it.
Yeah. Well, you know, you keep doing what you're doing, Papa Titos, because I'm going to tell you, the power of the music that you're doing is going to make it go away.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what you're doing today is powerful medicine.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's powerful medicine. Western
It's
medicine
one of my
don't know.
kids to get it down on it.
Papa Titos,
Down on it, we eat everybody.
Papa Titos, Western medicine doesn't know anything about that.
Huh?
Western medicine
doesn't know anything about that.
this kind of healing.
Which one?
What you're doing.
Healing.
Dancing,
The medicine.
drumming,
Uh-huh.
singing,
Medicine,
chanting.
You know me, Kevin.
Vibration.
That's what I did all my life. All of the time, you know me.
That's right.
I don't go cheating people. I don't go tell a story that I don't know myself.
Right.
So that's who I am.
Right.
That's it.
That's who you
I'm
are.
not perfect, but I'm there. Balance. I'm balanced. I don't want
That's
to hurt
important.
nobody. I just, hey,
Right.
please don't hurt me.
You
I
know?
don't hurt me. That's it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And life is beautiful. All of my brothers are gone. Chief Bay, Atul, Atul was Chief Bay, and Amiet Blewett.
Yeah, I
We
know.
went to St. Louis, where Blewett went to school. We
Right.
played there,
Right.
high school.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Chief Bay.
And I went to his mother.
Whose
The
mother?
father passed along, but the mother was there.
Whose mother?
Yeah. When the Blewett passed,
Okay.
you know who took Blewett there?
Who?
No. Is a Lyon. Oludara took Lyon to St. Louis to bury him.
Oh, okay.
It's Olu who did that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oludara.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know that one myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Olu is a good people.
He is, you know.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. I had a chance to, I opened for him with Spirit Ensemble, Olu back a long time ago.
Wow.
And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his son too. His son is doing well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I will try to get in touch with him, but Daddy sometimes he don't talk to him. So.
Wow.
And he's not doing too good, too well.
Okay.
I told his son there. I said, "Tell Daddy," because they live by the park there. I said,
Okay.
"Get him down and walk to the park.
Right.
You can't just stay in the house.
Yeah.
It's no good."
Yeah.
I beg, but that son of his is a little bit retired. You know, that his last son.
Oh yeah.
You want to live with him now?
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little bit. He's a good boy, but you know, when you are a little out of balance.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, his son is doing.
But thank you for this, man. This was good.
Yes, Papa Titos. We're gonna
Huh?
of course we're gonna do this again. You know.
Okay.
And of course, anytime you are doing something where we can, you know, promote it, let us know. We're gonna promote your work.
Okay.
We want to make sure that people know the best way to reach you, and that's the Mbongi Village. We got
Right.
that.
I want to. What we're doing is to try to raise money to help, because I'm trying to do a farming for these kids.
Okay.
You know, to teach them how to grow food.
Right.
But they learn also to make instrument, traditional instrument, which is going away. They make them and play them.
Well,
and
you
these
know,
kids have a lot of story to tell of their own life.
Right. What you're
And
saying is very.
We can perform that.
What you're saying is almost necessary right now, because you have a farm in Congo that people can.
There you go.
They can come and share and learn on the farm.
Yeah.
That's really important, you know, because right now, as you know, we don't know what governments all over the world are getting ready to do, and it's been advised by many people to get off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Just get off the grid. So if you got an option there where people can get off the grid, then they can live on a farm and they don't have to be under the command of a government agency. Then you've got perhaps one of the last places of refuge for human beings.
Yeah.
One of the last places of refuge to be able to go to a farm and just get off the grid, you know. And when I say off the grid, that means separate yourself from major corporations and the influence of major corporations to be able to operate as if you were here 1,000 years ago. And if you can live that way as if you were here 1,000 years ago, that means without the influence of major corporations, without the influence of government telling you how to live and what to do, then you are perhaps in really good shape in these times, you know, because these times represent some really questionable situations. Could you hear that?
Yeah, farming is what we need right now.
Huh?
Farming is what we need.
Oh yeah, farming. You remember I told you I grew up in the farm.
Yeah.
I know how to grow the food. My grandpa, that's what he taught me when I was 60, carrying stuff to the market to go sell the greens we grow.
Right.
So we have to sell in the market.
Right.
So I know I'm in love with the land. If I can do that with the strength left on me, that would be fantastic.
That would be amazing. Well, you know,
yeah,
like I said,
take the people with me. People who do know how to raise fish. We make a pond. Congo is a lot of water everywhere, a lot of rivers.
That's amazing. Papa Titos, you know what? I think you might have a couple hundred people wanting to come with you. But definitely,
okay.
Definitely save a seat for me. Put me in the first 20, man. You know.
I'm telling them to get a land there. You buy a land, it's yours for life. You don't have to pay taxes. It's not like here.
Right.
Over there, Kevin, you buy a land.
Yeah.
You great. It's yours.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So you gotta buy a land, invest there.
Right.
Papa Titos is there.
Great.
Okay?
Great.
Yeah. And I'm encouraging my people to have a, when we change the government there,
Yeah.
you guys can have a dual citizenship.
Beautiful.
Okay? The Jew, all the Jew, you know, so-called Jew, they got dual citizenship for Russia, for Israel, for here. That's how many? Three, right?
That's
They
three,
got three
yeah.
passports, those suckers.
All right. Well, I want to get.
That's it. They're
I
my
want to
friends.
get dual citizenship. I want to get dual citizenship for the United
I
States
did
and
do it
Congo.
today. I mean, I collaborate with them. So they run a lot of things. I know that. Huh?
I want to get dual citizenship for United States and Congo.
Yeah,
Because if
That's
you
it.
get
that's what we're talking about.
That's it.
if you get a farm there, that's where I want to go.
That's it.
You know,
So I need people to help to make it.
right?
The land is there.
Okay.
It's not that you have to go buy a land. The land is there.
All right. Well,
And the good water. As a
right.
matter of fact, some white people, they just called me 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Some white people saw our land and they tell the chief next to us, the other land owner, they say the white man want to buy a part of our land. You see a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
So my uncle called me to get my opinion. I said,
Yeah.
you call me to get the opinion? That land is not for sale. You don't own the land. I don't own the land. That's a family land.
Right.
I understand you want to call everybody have an opinion. You're the chief of the family. You're supposed to tell them, no, this is the family land, it's not for sale.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You don't need to call me to have my opinion. You're the chief of the village. You're
Right.
supposed to do that. Because you know that land is not for one person.
Yeah.
And it's never said that later years you can sell the land. No. They
Right.
say those who come after us follow the same legacy.
Right.
They're strong to go work in the land, they go work in the land, but not to sell. Somebody was leasing it. One of the members of the family, one of my younger uncle. He took all the money. He been doing that for I don't know many years now. But now his baby sister died, so his niece say, "Hey, uncle, but you've been collecting money for the lease for the land. Give us the money so we can bury auntie." Oh, some people, oh, those guys got a 25. Oh, that one, what you have now? You see?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going to have a meeting about that
Right.
back there. They're going to have a meeting because this guy, and most of them, they go make the choco. They cut the trees from the forest and they burn it. They use that choco to go sell. But they're not growing nothing on the land.
Wow.
Don't do that. You're wasting everything.
Right. That's
You
waste.
see?
Yeah. Yeah.
But my uncle, he's the one supposed to go checking. He don't do it. He let them do whatever. Now, at the end, he's getting mad. Don't get mad. You're the chief of his family. You're supposed to check on the land what's going on there.
Well, as I said, I have friends in Zimbabwe who are moving off the grid. They're setting up houses in the country, and they're living off the grid in Zimbabwe because they see the kind of things that the government is doing all over the world. Everybody's government is doing some really strange things. So some friends in Zimbabwe are moving off the grid. And if you got land already off the grid in Congo, you are way ahead of the situation. Don't ever sell it. Don't ever sell it. You're going to need that land.
If it were just me, I would kick all the religion. Foreign religion in Africa, kick them out. We don't need them. They're the problem for us from the get-go. They're the confusion. They're also the informer. They're CIA of the West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can touch the people, so they get information.
Yeah.
Well,
I learned this at the museum in Chambers Street in Manhattan, and that's that Wall Street in downtown Manhattan, that was built. The wall of Wall Street was built by Congolese in the 1700s. It was built by the Congolese, but the reason why it was built by the Congolese is because the missionaries the religious missionaries who went to Congo throughout the 16th, 15th, 16th century and all those centuries that came to walk around in Congo, when they wrote back to to their friends and the family members and the people they were reporting back to, what they said about Congolese, they said they were the most healthy, disease-free, industrious, intelligent people they had seen. That's what they missionaries wrote back to their people when they went through the Congo in the 1500s and 1600s and observed the people. The missionaries wrote that back. And so when the slave trade began, and they said we had to do things like build the wall in Wall Street, they went for the Congolese people to build the wall because they wanted people who were sturdy and industrious. They wanted people who were sturdy and industrious and who had the skills to build that wall for Wall Street, which was built in 1700s. I can't remember exactly what year it was built in the 1700s in downtown Manhattan.
But they were living there, those Congolese, right?
What'd you say?
Those Congolese were living about that Wall Street there.
Well, it wasn't that. It's that the slave trade went to get Congolese people. In other words, a lot of the slave trade was based on taking resources out of Africa, and they were earmarking the resources they wanted to take out of Africa. So they earmarked the people who built the rice industry in the Georgia Sea Islands. They earmarked the rice industry from those people. They earmarked the labor that would build heavy building projects. They earmarked that from Congolese people. They earmarked resources and technology to steal from Africa to develop wealth in the United States. That's what happened.
Did you hear all of that?
Yeah, I know everything you're talking about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
We suffer about those things.
That's what
We are the white governors. We didn't have, because we are hard-headed guys. They couldn't tell us to say, my ancestor are Gaulois. We say, my ancestor are Bantu. They couldn't make us swallow that Gaulois. I mean, their ancestors. They want to tell us we are the same ancestors as them. I said, no, our ancestors are Bantu. Yours are Gaulois. Yeah. Like they impose that to all Africa, those French-speaking countries. Yeah. Some of them, Senegal went for. Senegal used to say, now, ancestres, les Gaulois. Les Gaulois, c'est toi, ah oui?
So, Papa Titos,
Oui.
before we wrap up,
Yes.
Before we wrap up, I just want to know if you might want to just give us a little taste of the kalimba before we close the night off. Just show us the kalimba and let us hear your fingers playing it again. And then we'll wrap the night up.
Man.
Yeah.
Which one? This one?
That's the one what you
I'm just gonna turn it back on.
See. Oh, there was no sitting
Oh, you see me?
Voila.
You want to see my hands?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Ben.
Matondo.
Hey, Matondo too. I'm waiting for that show in New York. You know,
Yes.
by then we're gonna get good.
Yes, for
Maybe I
sure.
have some horn players too.
Beautiful. We're gonna do
Yeah.
it. I
It's
got
gonna
to
be maybe what?
The date?
No, when we put in the band, when I needed this the horn bass player,
right.
like an upright, you
Yes.
can play also electric. That would be good.
Amazing. Well, we got
You
it.
can switch.
We have it in
I'm
New
the
York,
owner.
believe me. So
Upright.
I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and I want to
Thank
thank
you. It was so
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you
Where's
so
Yeah.
much.
Papa T?
He's out.
and listen.
I
If you
cook a lamb.
Oh.
I cook a lamb. I'm gonna eat with the kids. Mama got a green home. Oh, you brought it here?
Yeah.
No, you brought it?
No.
Oh, yeah, home. Okay.
amazing.
I'll be
All right.
cooking too, man.
Yes.
Next time when you come here, you will see a Congo restaurant.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah. But you better come with Madame. This is a place you never been here, right?
No, I was there a long time ago with Spirit Ensemble. I went to
Oh,
New
that's why
Orleans.
you came here.
Oh.
Long
Yeah,
time.
yeah, a long time ago.
But now it's changed.
I know, and now that you're there, the spirit is there for sure. So
That's it. I'm here.
Yes.
I'm-
Yes.
I'm-
Yes.
I'm
I'm
here,
gonna-
man.
I'm gonna be there,
It's over-
Papatitos.
It's overdue. So I'm here now.
All right. So I
Now,
want-
really, Kevin, I
Yes.
feel so good, man. I've been places in America, New York, everywhere. This is a place I feel like I'm home.
right, you are. You
You
are.
get up, you don't have to wear this cold outside. Man, those days are gone for me.
So it's amazing, and it's amazing.
Remember, New York, Michigan, you have to wear 3 pants.
Right.
You get on the cold.
Right.
That's how cold it is over there.
Right. It is.
No kidding.
Well,
Hello to Madame, and my blessing to you guys, man.
I will, and I'm gonna thank the audience. The audience is here tonight. We have
Thank
so
you.
many wonderful people out here enjoying the program tonight.
Yes.
I want to tell everybody that this has been a very special night. I hope you felt the healing vibrations as strong as I did, because I'm so inspired right now. You know, I always get a recharge whenever I see Papatitos. I'm always like, okay, let's do this. That's my feeling. Whenever I see Papatitos do this thing, I'm reminded of how infinite we are as human beings. We are infinite.
How would the brother from Sierra Leone?
He's good. He's in Africa now, I think.
Oh, he's in Africa?
Yeah.
He's not stuck. He just when he coming back.
Yeah, he'll come back. He's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's got family there.
So give my regard to him when you come back.
I will. I'm going to do a special thank you again to Amanda Hopper, who's organizing things. I want to do a special thank you to Susan Macaluso, and I do a special thank you to Nelly Gomez, who is on the boards with us tonight. Nelly, thank you. There's Nelly popping up in the gallery.
Thank you.
So for everybody, please follow Papa Titos at imbongivillage.com.
Thank you.
And if you get a chance, try to go to New Orleans yourself and experience the vibrations. And we will see you again in another 2 weeks when we return with AfroRoots Tuesdays. Our next one will be December 10th. And in the meantime, everybody have a great time. Be healthy, be safe, be joyous. And we will be back with you soon enough. Thank you so much. And thank you, Papa
Matondo.
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 All right.
Peace.
Nelly, take it over.
Thank you
Okay.
so much for your performance. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.